Do you know that you can now sell your excess solar electricity directly to the grid for profit in Nigeria? Yes, the Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission (NERC) has just approved and introduced net billing to this country, which is essentially an arrangement that helps you to be able to sell your excess solar electricity directly to the grid for some profit, whether during peak sun hours where you're generating more than you're consuming, or times when you travel. This is actually very huge, and it has existed outside the country in other European countries and even in some African countries for years now, but it has just been introduced. So here's everything you need to know about it, especially how to get yourself set up in order to benefit from this system. Now, the first step as someone who has a solar inverter system set up is to register with the NERC. And then they will come inspect your setup to see whether or not it meets the minimum threshold for peak production capacity. Now, the minimum threshold for peak production capacity is actually 50 kilowatts. So if your system is anything below a 50 kilowatt capacity system, then unfortunately you will not qualify to be able to benefit from this net billing system. However, for example, if you're a medium to large scale solar inverter user, for example, a business or whatever, who has systems that are up to 50 kilowatts capacity to 1.5 megawatt capacity, because that is the cap, that's the max. So it's between 50 kilowatts and 1.5 megawatt capacity, then you can apply. And once they inspect your system and see that you meet the requirement, they will help you set up the bidirectional meter system. Now, what does the bidirectional meter system do? It's very simple. It's a meter that helps detect the amount of electricity that you're using from the grid, as well as the amount of electricity that you're exporting to the grid. And in this way, they will be able to credit you based on what you're actually exporting to the grid. But it's yet to be seen whether or not this money will be paid directly to your bank account as cash, or whether or not it will be given to you as tokens that you can use later via grid electricity. Now, this is a particularly interesting development for me, because if this system is one that actually allows people to be able to earn cash directly for their exported electricity, then I believe it just opens up a new industry. It opens up the possibility for people to be able to go into private energy distribution enterprise, where they set up this medium to large scale solar setups and start selling electricity to communities, which is pretty much very, very huge. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on how this is going, and subscribe to this channel or follow this page depending on where you're watching from, in order to continue to get high quality solar educational and informational content. If you want to get your home solar inverter set up in any of the 36 states within Nigeria, then you should DM the WhatsApp number floating on the screen.